suffered for generations from Zionism, from Zionism organization. It made a churban noira in different kufas in Klal Yisrael. And it was very pshutim, he's doing Michal Echad, that have to stay far, far away from him and fight them. In the past 100, 150 years, and before, in the past any small hischabus to Rishon was the churban noira. The only way Klal Yisrael is able to keep Madrega is by completely distancing themselves, to completely separating themselves from any Anshe Horisha. Whenever it was emphasized Karvis, it didn't work and it caused the churban noira. The W used to say over that the Meir Shavir wrote an article in the newspapers that it was a Kiddush Nifla, that Rosh Yeshiva wrote an article in the newspaper, and the caption was Prag or Preshburg won. He said there were two shittas. His one shitta was in the Skarim, to take the maskilim and take those that are shvach, you would carve them. The other shitta was separate yourself. He went on Kaviochel a tour before the war. In Prague, 2% of the population were Shomer Torah mitzvahs. They weren't Yeshiva-like, but they were Shomer Torah mitzvahs. Preshburg was the Irvein Yisroel. He said, you don't need to be a grois maimin and a munas chachamim. You just look at history, and you see that the churban that any escarvus to Rishon brings, and this churban that happened, we have to totally distance ourselves from it. So all the Gedolei Yisroel Aser, having any shaykhis or being part of this organization, Rahman al-Islam, of the World Zionist Organization. Reuben writes, that's what he writes. And he writes there are two Isurim. And we're talking about an Isur Deraisa. I'm not talking about a minig or a hashkafa. It's an Isur Deraisa. One is Ischabes HaMashoim. You look in the Shara Tshuva, you see that. Zweitens, he writes, "Bin Ischabes HaMatziyoim, Sinoye Bozel Lerek Ischabes HaMashoim, Gam Ischabe L'Shita Shebiazdeo Manigei HaShoafu, Beruach Shel Minus L'Shanis L'Suras Am Yisrael, L'Kori Am Hashem V'Am HaTorah. כפי שמוסר לנו חז"ל ורבותינו הראשונים והאחרונים, שישראל כל כמה שיוצא מיכל התורה והמצווה יוצא גם מיכל ישראל, ואין שם ישראל כל אלא על זה שיש בו בקדושת עם השם ותורתו ומצוותו. והרימו יד בתורה אלינו כצורת ישראל תלויה באיזה רגש לאומי וגזעי בכל הגויים בית ישראל. Which means they want to change not only issues within Klal Yisrael, but what's the Eid? The Eid has nothing to do with the Torah. The Eid has to do with L'umiyut. It has to do with it's a nation, K'chol HaGoyim Yisrael, Chas V'Sholom. And this is what they were doing. This is what they were doing for 120 years. So if you mischaber with them, he says, it's Poshet Minus. Chaim says, if you can look at the Geras Hashmat Aram Dachzach, it says this also, that Minus is worse than Avodah Zarah. Avodah Zarah, Chach, you believe in some intermediary or something. Minus is zero. And that's what they are, and that's what they're doing. And that's the Tachlis, and that's the Kavanah. So this is all Dvarim Pshutim. This is no Chidush in Bechlal. And you should know this is not different Kanos Bechlal. It's nothing to do with Kanos. This is mainstream. Pashut Dvarim Pshutim Admoi. Came along this party. And they're coming and they're saying, yeah, that's all true. Avada with Maskim. Emes, Heint is Andrish. You know, the Rambam writes in one of his Ikris that Christianity, they use the Gavaldik Chochma. He says all the other Kittos who were snug into the Torah, they went against the Torah, said it doesn't work because everyone knew the Torah is true. And even said the Torah is true, but it's not now. So this is the Chochma. It's true, but Heint is Andrish. Why? Zionism is dead. Now, first of all, it doesn't make a kiyuz ever difference. It's also this chaber l'mishoyim, and it's also to make a declaration of minus. Anyone who votes becomes a member. Becoming a member means you're declaring all their goals and ideals, and you're part of it. It's irrelevant if somebody is 100% Russia or 95% Russia. A Russia is it, a Koifer is it, a Picors is Idos. It's completely irrelevant whether it's the same fervor or it's less. It's also, in fact, but is it the right? No one would come and say that you have something that's straight. Somebody will come and say, well, the Reform today, the Christians, they're schwacher. Okay, so you could be mischaber with them. No one would say that. But there'd be a trade for restaurant for 120 years. No one would come and say, oh, maybe not her, they did tshuva. You know, they're still fry and they're still gendi. So obviously, with the Nekuda was the oil versteht nicht, was wir reden da. They don't understand the chaymer is. They don't understand what it is. Talking about a lot of Ehrlich people or being fooled. We'll get to that in a minute. But Al Kopanim, that's the first thing. The second thing is it's completely not true. Zionism, Nebuch, is not dead. We wish it would be dead, but it's not dead. It might not have the exact same form and shape that it had before. Neither do we have the same form and shape that was before. Try to. That's what we learn to be. But Al Kopanim, just go to Eretz Yisrael, just read the newspaper and you see what's going on. There's Redifas Hadas. They want to draft bochurim into the army, and it's not because they need the soldiers, even if they do need, that's not their kavanah. They want to destroy Haredi Yidden in Eretz Yisrael. That's the tachlis, they say it often. They bring in Tochnit Liba, they're trying to infiltrate into the schools and the Beis Yankivs and yeshivas. They're doing anything and everything they can to destroy the Haredim. And this is what you're doing. And even those who, like, for about a tooth of 10 or 15 years, they were saying, whoever says this is this old-fashioned, he's stuck on an old machloikis, an old thing, Zionism is dead. When all of this started again with Lapid, and everybody woke up, the Brisker are not as stupid. They know what they're talking about. People are still fighting. It's a Pashut, it's just a Metzias. When the Ramban had an argument, he had a vikuach with the Mummer. So the Mummer said, Rahman al-Islam Mashiach came. The Ramban said, Shoite, go out on the street and take a look what's going on. That's Mashiach. People are sick, people are getting killed, people are dying. So just go on the street and see Zionists is not dead. That's number 2. So nothing has changed. Now what's going on now is really a fair thing what's going on. It's showing Mushamayim. Came a group of people without kimat any backing of any Rav or any Gadol or anything. And they want to change muskamas from the Chavetz Chaim or Bochanan writes, said that this is Asur. Bochanan himself, Ruvain, all the Gedolei Yisroel, and the Dvarim you're doing, the Ruvain doesn't even quote names, and with a wave of the hand, and they want to say, Heint is Andrish, and that's it. What do? They use mamish deception. Mamish deception. They go to Reb Chaim Kanievsky, a heilig yid, a goyin, a tzaddik, a kodesh. He's never, not too well, doesn't pay attention to things. they're too busy learning. No one even knows what they said to him. I haven't seen the video, but I've been told anyone who looks at the video sees that he's not giving them haskama. And they bring out this video. Oh, Reb Chaim Kanievsky is master. Now they put a new ad that he was miyasid the Eretz Hakodesh. It's Yaskus of Chaim Kanievsky. This is how you deceive people. And people fall for it. But the real shayla is, why are they falling for it? Somebody told me good voice. Let's say they come to a bus with a business deal. They tell him, oh, this, they bring the facts. The facts will be based upon a Zah video or a Zah rumor. That's Reb Chaim Kanievsky, who Tafshin Yotez signed the letter that the Aguda was going to go together with the Mizrachis or Rosh for one election. And he signed a letter with another 58 Gedolei Yisroel, writing a letter to the Aguda. They shouldn't do it. And this, he lived his whole life. When they fall for it, they wouldn't fall for it. They'd throw the guy out. They wouldn't give him a nickel, a dime, he wouldn't get it. When it comes to this, Shine, we know better. Adar, Chaim Kanievsky, they care about, is anybody who cares about Daas Torah falls for this? It's just a teretz. It's like somebody wants to eat something and he needs the extra. So there's a rabbi who said it's kosher, now it's kosher. Why is he eating it? Because he really thinks it's kosher? No, because he has a teretz. After 120, the rabbi said it was kosher, so then it's okay. But he's eating it because he wants to eat it. All along, Leiter, the shoylet in the gas, Daas Balabatim. The shoylet in the gas, Daas Balabatim. And Mimela, this is what goes on. That's why people buy it. That's why people buy it. And if anybody says it's a vote, oh no, you're Satmar. I heard one of the supposed Rabbanim that endorses this said that, oh yeah, there's Satmar. Like anybody who says that this is wrong and this is terrible is a Satmar. Nothing to do with Satmar. This is the Chavetz Chaim who started the Aguda, was involved in the Aguda. Nothing to do with Satmar. You know, if I have to give you a marshal, it's like you'll come and you'll say, Bernie Sanders became mainstream, and anyone who says something from Bernie Sanders, he's a kanoi. So they're portraying that this Daas Balabatim is mainstream. Anyone who says, oh, it's most episode Daas Torah, so he's a kanoi, he's a map, he's Satmar. They label it with the Satmar, and then we're finished. It's a terrible thing that's going on. It has to be corrected. It's the eyes of every person here to let this message out. It's our eyes to let the message out. We care. And this is wrong. And now it's a nishdab. People say, oh, what, they're making a big deal. A few old-fashioned Rabbanim, Rosh Yeshiva is stuck with an old machloikis, the battlefront moved. They don't know what they're talking about. But those are the people who want Daas Torah, because Chaim Kanievsky said that you should vote for Eretz Hakodesh. It's not true. The battle, this is just the front of the battle. But the battle is not just about this. The battle is in Pirat al-Levavis. Are we Zionim or not Zionim? That's the battle. And if somebody is somehow deep down has very warm feelings towards the Zionim, doesn't care if the bochurim go to the army. Why not? They need soldiers. That's the sprach. And then, but it starts from having a warm spot. It starts from after Simchas Torah, going to rallies in Washington. That's where it starts. And then it continues with this. And then, we're part of the Zionist Organization. And Tzabislach, the Mechitza goes down. It's a shayla in Kirov Alavavis and Kirov Adeis. And it's also a shayla of whose das is shoylet. Are we allowing Balabatim to fear the Maracha, to say their days, to push their money. Let them take their money and give it somewhere else. The oil is to stand fast and start. It's treif, it's wrong, and we're not embarrassed of it. And if we're saying it, we're not satmer. And if it means saying this means you're satmer, so we're satmer. This is muskamas, it's very pshutim. It was proven throughout the Doros. Anyone who had Odfos Shaykhis had Gevaldik Tzoros. I mean, didn't keep his madrega of Yerushalayim. And you're sitting and listening to me, I'm sure you think, okay, so he's a brisker, kanoi. It's not kanos, it's bechlal not kanos. This was dvar, pshutim mamish. It just came as a bilbul adas. As a bilbul adas. Everything was okay and everything is mutter and we're not moicha on anything. Anyone makes a mocha, so he's an angry person. All these are tactics of the Adar. We shouldn't be judgmental, and we should. A lot of these people are erlach people. They're misguided. But it causes a gewaldige churban. And these are deception tactics. My son met the son of one of the Rabbanim that they revised him a letter that they said that you should vote for Eretz Hakodesh. He said it was a private letter they were writing to somebody. It's not a him to write this private letter. But I'm just trying to show you the tactics. And he was promised it will not be publicized. And guess what? It was publicized. And he was very upset. These are the tactics they use. Did anyone trust them in anything? My great-grandmother lived in America in the 30s, and she wanted to drink Chalav Yisroel. But every time she bought the Chalav Yisroel, so it would spoil because it was left out, whatever, it wasn't taken care of properly. So she said, if I can't trust them that it's fresh, how could I trust them that it's kosher? So, if you can't trust their tactics in the way they campaign, how can you trust them with anything? The Aguda started a political party in 1910, the Minyan of 1912. They started with the Gedolei Yisroel Torah. Everything that they do, fear to chalpi Torah. Here's the parties. They have a Gedolei Yisroel Torah. It's impossible because then you go with Torah, you cannot back that. But do they have a Gedolei Yisroel Torah? So what is it? It's a few balabatim that are trying to throw money and show their accomplishments. What are their accomplishments? They made a concert for a yeshiva light. Rahman al take their concert, forget about it. They made a summer camp because why do they make summer camps and concerts? Because this Zionist organization will never give a penny for yeshivas. So they give it for culture. So they go in to get money for culture. So for this, you're selling your soul for a few dollars for a summer camp. And then there's this carbon, so you get money from them. So now you're close to them. There was a Yid, I heard from a Meir Salvation, there's a Yid, Meir Clears, Moshe Clears, he lived in Tiberia. And he had an old Bismedish, broken furniture. And the Zionism came and they said, we'll build you a new Bismedish, new furniture. He said, I'm not taking a penny from you. He said, why? We won't say any days. He said, Avadi, you won't say any days. But if I take money from you, I'm going to run after you to ask you, what should I do now? That's what they want. They're being fooled. They're being completely fooled by the World Zionist Organization. That's what they want. They want the Charedim there. They want to include the Charedim. They want to show they have Charedim. They know this will be Makar and Bilavavis, and that's exactly what they want. They're being completely fooled. And they're fooling many, many people. Now the reason the Matzliach is because we did not get the message out that this is unacceptable, this is rishis, this will destroy Klal Yisrael. We didn't get the message out. We have to get the message out. The people should understand this. We get the message out. It's off the table. They go to Landau's, they go to Wesley Kosher. Yeah, 5 minutes, you sign up. People don't know, ladies, men, you have no idea what it is. Oh, we'll get money, we'll get billions. They write billions of dollars. Kilo, they're give you the impression they're getting billions of dollars to give out. They're not getting billions of dollars. And if they will get billions of dollars, they'll be thrown out. The whole thing is a galechta. And they go and they tell this to people, and they fool them. How do we let them in? How does this happen? Somebody would come, a missionary, we throw them out. Somebody's coming and selling us something treif. We have to tell them, you are not welcome here. Do not do this. Elamai don't versteht nicht. They doesn't understand the choimer Adar. It's not a fight over a few votes and will we get money. Are we fooling them or they're fooling us? It's not the need. They're fooling us, but that's not the need. The need is the escarvus. Is it one thing or two things? Are we with them? Or they're showing and we're against them and we're fighting them. And we're not letting them infiltrate into our camp, into our machane. And from here, we lose this battle. So it's all the other battles become shvach. It's the army, and it's Sheirut Leumi, and now it's a nishdog that they're not going to try to get the girls soon. If come and somebody say, Heint is Andrish the Chazanish von Dasserin. If we let this, that's going to happen also. Heint is Andrish. Today is different. Then it was like that. Chazanish wouldn't say Yehari Bal Yaber today. No, it can't be. And they'll put pictures. They'll find some gadol or Chaim Kanievsky has gesagt, and it's mutter. That's what happens. There's a bilbul adeus, and it's our achrayus to come and set the record straight. By side, this is not emes. We can't allow this. This can't be here. Mimela, I ask of you, Cholosh and Shul Bakosha, get the message out, understand it. There are pamphlets here, you can read it, there are other pamphlets. So I know people look at pamphlets, oh, that's a propaganda thing. Now, I can't tell you that, somebody writes such a pamphlet. There's no epis utbos machu of an agenda, but they're just trying to tell you what happened. What to understand it. See, people don't know, they have no clue. They have no clue. I heard of many people say, oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, that is a problem, really? The Chafetz Chaim said that it's awesome. Yeah, the Chafetz Chaim, that's a long time ago. What's that? I don't understand the issues. It's the exact same organization, the same charter. Not only the same charter, they added on to the charter. That you're maskim to, that the soldiers go to the IDF and to Sheirut Leumi, which is exactly what the Chazanish said is the Yehari Bal Yaber. So we can't become shvach. We can't let this happen. And it's totally yedereina. It's not a shayla of battle. Yeah, there are manhigi Yisrael that have to battle and set the tone, but it's a matter of education. It's a matter of what's right and what's wrong. We have to set the tone for the battle of what's going to happen in the next election, not this election. This election, whatever it is. We have to try our best, but they're using tactics that no one would imagine. And the oilam falls for it, and if you don't fall for it, so then you're a kanoi, you're out of touch, you're a kanoi, you're in and